this game?
Yeah, I mean, they're all important games, but obviously the context of where we are at the stage of the qualification, it's a massive game. We're excited to be here in Perth and looking forward to a big crowd and to go out and do the job.
It looks like Japan have left some of their big names at home. Is that filling with confidence?
To be honest, anything that they do doesn't impact my confidence. I'm just focused on what we do here and focused on what we can control. That's the advice I received, as a young kid growing up. Focusing on what you can control. So we're just obviously trying to work hard. We had a good couple of weeks in Abu Dhabi before coming here, and try to take advantage of the time training together and working on. Obviously, the camaraderie and connection out there on the pitch that we don't get so much as a national team with the limited time that we get throughout a calendar year. But feeling good, feeling confident, and excited for the game.
Maty, talk us about how important that camp was. It's pretty rare that you get a chance to have a camp like that. You usually come together 2 days before a game. How beneficial is that going to be?
I don't think everyone sort of grasps that concept of obviously being a national team playing international football. You don't always get that time to work on your relationships. Us players, obviously we go the majority of the year working with a different coach with different ideas and a different tactical approach and all that, and you obviously go away for an international weekend. It's normally 10 days at a time throughout the season, and you obviously got to adapt and adjust as quick as you can to their philosophies and how they want us to play. So, to have that 2 weeks in Abu Dhabi to work together and obviously understand more and more detail how obviously the coaching staff want us to play here to give us the best possible chance to, obviously get these wins in these games to qualify is time we've got to make the most of, and for sure that's what we were doing there in Abu Dhabi. And like I said, the boys are feeling good and primed, and we're ready to go.
Taking on Japan, obviously there's a rich history there. From a player's perspective, how special is it whenever you come up against them, and where do you rank them in your eyes? Are they just clearly the best in Asia?
No, I mean, in my eyes, we're the best in Asia. Australia, if you don't believe you're the best, then I think you're sort of failing at the first hurdle. I mean, you got to go out there and believe that you can, overcome whatever challenge is in front of you. And obviously, there's a fine line without being arrogant and being complacent or anything like that. We obviously respect every opposition that we play against, but I have full belief in myself and my teammates within the side that we can go out there and do the job. And no doubt they're a formidable, opponent. They've obviously got great players playing in, some of the best competitions in the world. But at the end of the day, when we step over that white line, we're all human and we're all equal in that regard. But all us players, we try to tap into that, winning experience, and obviously trying to create that and recreate that as often as we can. And when we obviously go out there on Thursday night, we're going to try and obviously put everything into place to go out and get the job done for obviously our great country.
How much confidence have you take out of your performance in Japan? It's been a great performance.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like I said, going away from home there, like I said, they're a formidable opponent, and obtaining a result against them is difficult no matter where you play them. So I think we can take great confidence from obviously that match. The boys on that night obviously did a great job, and we've got to take what we learnt from that game in order to be able to go one step better and beat them obviously Thursday night.
You've been on the pitch before when the Socceroos have finished qualification for the World Cup. What is that feeling like, and what would it mean to take a huge step towards it again on Thursday night?
It's a difficult one to find words to describe the ecstasy of it. As a footballer, there's no more meaningful moment than a World Cup qualification like that. There's a few of us boys in here that have tasted that in the past, and that just feeds your hunger and motivation to want more of it. And we do our best to the guys that haven't been to a World Cup before to obviously storytell and share experiences, to try and further motivate them and educate them on what it takes to get there. And there's no easy games in football, and like I said, we're all where we need to be at the moment. We're in a good place. We're feeling confident, and we've got to go out there and do the job now to finish off this qualification.
Maty, obviously it's been a while since we beat Japan, but given this build-up, the camp and the big crowd, first game at Perth Stadium is going to be about 60,000 people here. Given Japan are resting players and what's at stake, do you feel this is the best place you've been to actually finally beat Japan?
Like I said, mate, you know, you just take each game as it comes. I mean, you obviously learn from your experiences in the past facing them, and you know, we obviously do our analysis on them as well to try and give ourselves the best chance to beat them. There's a whole bunch of details that go into that. You know, we need to make sure, obviously, first and foremost, you know, our mentalities are in the right place in order to get the job done. We obviously need to make sure we're, you know, doing the right things, you know, obviously sleeping well, nutrition-wise, you know, all these tiny little details and the tactics and the application from everyone. I mean, there's so much that goes into it. So, you know, in saying that, like I said, we just need to go out there at the end of the day and, you know, take confidence in that the preparation has been exactly what it's needed to be, and we have everything at our disposal as the playing group to go out and get the job done. And then you've got to go out there and, you know, you've got to earn those moments that decide games through obviously doing, you know, the majority of the things right on the night. So, you know, like I said, we're feeling primed, we're feeling ready, and, you know, I'm confident that we go out there and give the best that we can, that it's going to be good enough to get the job done and take another step towards that qualification.
Last one, guys.
In terms of your club future, from what I can see, your time of plans expires in June. What happens next? What's the next step for you?
Yeah, my contract came to an end there at the minute, so I'm just sort of waiting. We're sort of in that period now where I think the transfer window opened on the 1st of June. So, yeah, not too worried. I'll just go out there and try my best, and sort of everything sorts itself out at the end of the day. That's been the trend throughout my career. So I'm feeling quite at ease about that, and just focused on the job at hand here with the Socceroos.
Would you like to stay in Europe?
Oh, yeah, 100%. That's my ambition still. You know, I'm hungry than I've ever been before. You know, wanting that success. I want to live the best life possible, and I want to have the best career that I can possibly have. And you know, I dedicate my life to that. So I'm feeling good, and I'm feeling, you know, still quite young and all that. And yeah, that will sort itself out. I just got to obviously continue to do the job and, you know, prove that I'm a world-class goalkeeper through my performances, and the rest will take care of it itself.